Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel that is everything about coding. So today we are going to learn how to code and convert a text to speech using Python. So in today's program, we are going to develop a simple program in Python and we are going to convert a text into speech. So without wasting any further time, let's get started. So to convert a text to speech, normally what we do is we do use a AI model. We are going to use the API. But for this particular program, what we are going to do is we are going to convert the text to speech using a simple Python package. And name of that package is PyTTS X3, that is text to speech. This is a very simple, easy to use package which we need to install it and straight away we can start coding and we can convert any text into speech. Okay, and why to use this package is because it works offline, which means we do not need to get connected to the internet. Since we are not going to use any AI model, so obviously we are not going to use any API service as such. This is just a simple package provided by Python and we can install and start using it, and it's completely offline mode. It's extremely easy to use and in a while you will come to know it's so easy to code, and it is a cross platform. So no matter on which operating system you're working. Okay, all that has been said now. So let's code. Let's go to PyCharm and start coding. So here I am on PyCharm. So what we need to do first is we need to install the package, and for that we need to go to the terminal. So here I am on the terminal, and you need to simply use the pip command. Okay, that is pip install, and that is pyttx, that is text to speech x3. Now I have already installed this package. Okay, so if I press enter, nothing is going to happen because the package has already been installed. As you can see, the requirement already satisfied. So the command that we need to use is, again I'm going to show, that is pip, the name of the package, that is py text to speech x3, and simply press enter. I just forgot to type install. So pip install and pytts x3, and you can install it on your computer. Okay, once you do that and we are ready to code. So what I need to do is, since I have already installed the package, you need to import the package using the import, that is the import keyword, and that is pyttx3, right? And then we need to, first thing, we need to create a object, and that is initialize the text to speech engine. So I'm going to use a name of a variable which is engine. This is just a name of the variable. Okay, and then I'm going to use that name of the module, that is pytts x3 dot, and then I'm going to use the init method. So this will just initialize the engine, or you can say that we are just initializing the module, that is we are creating an object and nothing more than that. Okay, so that's the first step, is to use the init method. Okay, now as I told you that this is a offline package, so it does not matter whether you are connected to the internet or not. So what is going to happen? All the languages that are installed on your computer, okay, those languages will be used for converting the text to speech. And if you really want to know which all languages and the voices that are installed on your computer, that if you need to know that, we need to use, that is voices equal to, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, that is engine, that's the object that we created. So engine dot, I'm going to use the get property, and I'm going to pass a word that is voices. So what this is going to do is it is going to get all the voices that are currently installed on your machine. So I might have different voices, I mean, different languages installed on my PC. You might get different voices, different languages. Okay, it depends on which all languages and which all voices, male, female voices that are installed on your system. Now that, okay, we will using this particular statement, we will get all the voices that are currently installed on my PC. I can simply use a for loop. I can say for I, in, and the voices. So it is going to return the objects that are voices, and I'm going to simply print I. So what I'm going to do over here is, what I'm doing over here is I'm simply taking a single voice, every single voice. All the voices are in this variable, that is voices. So every single voice will be printed on the screen, and that is what this for loop is basically doing. So if I just run this, I'll just show you. If I run this and boom, you can see that we have currently, there are two voices. This is the first voice and this is the ID over here. Okay, that's the ID. And by default, if you are using the Microsoft, so you will have this, that is Microsoft David. So that's the male voice, and the default language is English. If there are some other languages that are installed on your PC, so it is going to be in this particular, the argument over here, that is under the voices, which is basically a list. Right now, I have only English, so it's empty currently, right? And then we have one more voice, and that is of Zira. So this is a I guess this is the female voice and this is obviously the male voice. So we have two voices, and the default language that is currently is installed on my PC is English. Okay. Now, please understand that to access these voices, it is going to be using that index value. So the index value is going to start from 0. So this first voice will have the index value 0, and the second voice is going to have the index value 1. If there are some more, more voices over here, so it will be 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So using that index value, we can access the voice of David or we can access the voice of Zira. And how to do that? Okay, how to do that? Now, what we need to do is, this is the for loop which I used only to display all the voices. So right now we'll just delete this. We have all the voices in the variable that is voices, right? And I told you that the index value will start from 0. So 0 over here will refer to David, and 1 will refer to Zira. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to use the object that is engine dot, and this time we need to set the property, and the property that I need to set is for the voice, comma. Now inside the voices we have all the voices. So I'm going to say voices of 0, which will refer to David, and I need to pass the ID. As you can see over here, this is the ID. So that ID will be passed and that property will be set, right? After doing that, what we need to do is we need to set the, I will say again, set property. Okay, set property. And what we need to do is we need to set the rate, that is property, and over here that is the rate, that is a speed basically of the voice, and I'm going to keep the speed as 150 at this point. Okay, once we do that, then we need to give the script to the engine, and I will say engine dot say method. So we have the set property method and we have the say method. So what I need to, the script that I need to pass, so I will simply say welcome to everything about coding. Okay, a simple sentence. And that's it. Once we do this, now this is not really going to start working right away. This is just a sentence that we need to give, and the same method, what it is going to do is this is going to go into a queue. So maybe there is previously some sentences that has or that is getting read out. Okay, that is getting read out. So we need to, this same method is basically going to keep this in the queue. Okay, and then what we need to do is use engine dot run and wait method we need to use. What this is going to do is this is basically going to, you know convert this text into a speech, and it will wait until and unless the speech doesn't get over, right? Only then you can say that the program will end over here, because this is the last statement anyway, right? So this will run and then it will wait for the speech to get over. Now that we have done everything, what we can do is simply run this code and see whether we can actually, convert the text into voice or not. So I will just run this now. And we have a error over here, that is property. Let me just run this.
Welcome to Everything About Coding.
And you can see that it has converted the text into voice. As I said, this is 0, so we are referring to David over here. That's the male voice. If I use this as 1, so this will be the Zira, that is a female voice. Now if I run this, you can hear the output.
Welcome to Everything About Coding.
Perfect, right? And you can see that it runs and it waits until and unless the all that script has been converted into speech. So this is how easily you can convert a text into speech using Python. And for that, we simply need to install the package, the module, that is PyTTS X3. A very straightforward and simple program. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and in the next video we are going to take something more exciting about AI, right? That's it for today. Bye for now.